All right, we are continuing with this. This is part 2. We've already distributed here. And then we simplify the negative 26 plus 6 to be negative 20. From here, nice and simple. Charlotte, what do we do first?
You have to subtract the 12.
Okay, okay.
20.
All right, I love it. All right, Shoga, good job. All right. 8x equals what?
Negative 32.
Negative 32. Good job with those negatives. Okay, then?
Negative, it'd be negative 4.
Don't tell me the answer.
Sorry,
When have I ever
no.
in my life asked you guys for an answer?
My bad, you divide
Okay.
8 on both sides.
Good, divided by 8 on both sides.
And then negative 32 divided by 8 is 4. Negative 4.
Negative 4, very good. X is negative 4. Listen guys, on your test, especially if you have time, I know sometimes it takes a lot of time to solve these, but you can plug this back into your equation and make sure it's true, make sure it works. Make sure you did all your math right, make sure you did your negatives and positives right. All right, we are moving on to the next question. Please tell me, oh good, we're only on number 3, that's terrifying. Okay. All right, so, we still have plenty of time. We're good, as long as you're silent. We good? We're focused?
I showed this.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, you can shut that, it's fine. If you don't even want to look at your Chromebook, that's fine. You can just do the ones that I have up here. Do you want to do this? Okay, so what do we do first?
Distribute.
Okay, we're going to distribute, but here, in this one, I get a little bit nervous about all these negative numbers, okay? So I'm going to just circle my terms with their signs so that when I distribute, I remember that negatives matter, okay? So I'm going to distribute here, I'm going to distribute here. What do I get here, Grayson?
Negative 21x.
Good.
Positive 15.
Good, plus 15, and then I have 7 plus 8 is?
15.
I hear a rumbling and I don't like the sound of it. I want silence in here. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Now what's next, Grayson? You can
Subtract 15 by 15 and then
Good.
you get 0.
Good. This cancels out to 0, and so does this. But I'm not just going to write nothing on this side of the equal sign.
0.
Nothing has a value.
It's
The
0.
value is 0.
Equals negative 21x.
Sorry, I'm just still hearing talking while I'm trying to reveal. So then we have 0 equals negative 21x. And I had a lot of people yesterday going, well, what am I supposed to do now?
You
It's like,
divide it.
you do what you always do. When x is being multiplied by something, you divide it by that very thing.
And then the answer is just negative 1x. Or x equals negative 1.
X equals 0.
0 minus negative 21, or 0, I'm sorry, not minus. 0 divided by negative 21, 0 divided by 100, 0 divided by 3, 0 divided by my cat would be, I don't really have a cat, but if I did and I divided 0 by it, what would it be?
0.
0. Don't worry, I don't actually have a cat. I have a hamster though. If I divided 0 by him, he'd be 0. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do it.
Can you
No hamsters were involved in the making of this equation. I'm just saying that 0 divided by anything is 0. Tomorrow, I mean on Monday when you take it, you're gonna be like, what am I supposed to do with 0? Oh right, if you divide Mrs. Leg's, if you had 0 by Mrs. Leg's hamster, it'd be 0. So that would be 0 too. Shh. Is it about this?
No.
Okay, then we're gonna move on. Uh-oh, fire drill. I hope that was a siren, that was terrible. Okay, now we have the x terms on opposite teams. Now what do we do? Oh wait, before we deal with our x terms, go ahead.
You add negative 4 to 19.
Very good, we're combining like terms where we can. Still hearing the rumbling. Are we done?
15.
So we can combine these terms, which I like to circle with their signs, and we get what?
15.
15, good, so we have 8x plus 7 equals 15 plus 6x.
No.
If I had written the 6x here and the 15 there, would that be okay?
Yes.
Absolutely, commutative property of addition. Okay,
Now you
next.
can subtract 6x to 8 and then that would be 2x plus 7 equals 15.
2x plus 7 equals
And
15.
then you subtract the 7 by the 15 which becomes 8 so it equals 2x equals 8 and then you divide that which x equals 4.
Very good.
Smart.
Nice and quick.
All the above.
x equals 4. If you wanted to plug that 4 back into your original equation, make sure that equal sign is true, then you know you got your answer right.
I'm smart.
Very
What if it's
good.
like a decimal? What if we got a decimal?
I don't think there will be.
I got 5.6.
Okay. That's not right then. I'm gonna skip this question because it's exactly the same as the one we just did.
6.
All right, these
6 or
I
7?
know were tricky for some people.
Is it 6 or 7?
This is number 6.
Okay.
Yeah, you wanna help? Let me just do what I kind of said earlier and then I'll let you help, okay? What?
Which one did we skip?
We skipped the one that had, it was just like it had like, it had a variable on both sides, but it was a q
skipped
instead of x. It's the
Five.
same process.
Yes,
We skipped number 5. Okay. So it says solve the equation for the indicated variable, and you're like, how am I supposed to solve an equation if there aren't any numbers? You just do what you would do to the numbers, but they're letters instead. It says solve for the indicated variable. Well, what variable are they indicating right here?
H.
H. They're making an indication of H. They're being all fancy. The indicated variable with their pinky up. And we just need to solve for H. The equation is right here.
Oh.
A equals B times H. Emily, what do we do?
You divide B on
Divide by B.
by B on both sides.
Good. Divide by B on both sides and poof, we're done. B over B cancels out, right? Anything over itself cancels out to 1. 1H is just H. So we have H equals A over B. Make sure you respect the capitals and lowercase versions because your digital test will make sure to mark you wrong if you put a lowercase a or an uppercase b
Can
or
I
something
just
like
say
that.
because
They
I-
actually do represent certain things with their uppercase and lowercase. So, what?
Can I do a thing?
Sure.
I was just about to ask that one because I didn't get that one.
Okay, well, let's let Lex have a chance because I think I let you solve.
What do you usually do first? Adding and subtracting first, or dividing and multiplying?
For this,
Those kinds, yeah.
for these, it's a really good question. When we're doing order of operations when we're solving algebraically, we go backwards. So regular order of operations, PEMDAS, would be multiplication and division would come first, then addition and subtraction would be second. But when we're solving algebraically, we go backwards. So whatever is being added or subtracted, that takes first.
Okay, so adding and subtracting.
Yep.
Okay.
Like if you're just solving a regular equation with no variables, you just want to get an answer, use PEMDAS. But if you're going backwards, use SADMAP. That's PEMDAS backwards. Okay? Now we're solving it for the specified variable. Well, what variable are they specifying?
C.
C. I don't know why they're changing the lingo. They're like, hey, do you know what specified means? Do you know what indicated variable means? It's C. We're solving for C. We're getting C by itself. Okay? So, what's the first thing we do?
Add 3.
Add
Said Lex
3
could do it.
to both sides. Sorry. Go ahead.
Add 3 to both sides.
Now, can I combine my y and my 3 and make it 3y?
Yes.
Please? Please? Can I
No.
please?
Why 3?
They want to be together.
No, they can't.
No, they can't because they're not like terms. So how do I put y plus 3?
Y plus 3.
Y plus 3. I just write it
We don't need-
horizontally. Equals, canceled, C, D. Lex, what do I do next?
You subtract 3.
No.
We,
Just
every
did
subtract
that.
3 is going to go back to the original
Divide.
thing, silly.
Subtract.
No, stop with the ooze. You're not a monkey. You're a chicken butt.
Bro, you're a.
What are we solving for? What are we solving for?
C.
Good. What's in the way of C being by itself?
Oh, it'd be
Can you calm down with the noises? What do we do?
divide
By
C. 3.
divide by what?
C.
No.
D. A.
Okay. L. Okay. Shh. Purple. Okay. We're solving for C, so we want to say goodbye bye to anything else that's not C.
Yeah.
The thing that's not C is
D.
D. We want to say bye-bye to D, but we can't just yell at it to go away, even though we'd like to.
Go
We
away.
have to do it algebraically. So we're dividing by D. Shh. I have so many more questions to do. Divide by D. This whole thing gets divided by D. So C equals Y plus 3 divided by D.
Is the Y supposed to be capital?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
can I like skip around or we're doing that one by one?
I'm doing them one by one, and I'm going to go through these pretty fast, okay? I still have 20 minutes. I can get through the rest if you guys stop with the chatter and the noises. Okay. You want help with this one? Yeah, if you really have to, but you're missing it. Okay, so solve the following inequality. We treat it just like an equal sign unless we get to the point where we have to divide by a negative, and that will cause us to do switchies, right, or switchies, whatever you want to call it. This is not the case though. For this, it's just whatever we would normally do, right?
Subtract.
Subtract 9 on both sides, and we get x is less than
-7.
-7. Now, when you type that in, if you type in a -7, you're basically saying that x equals -7.
Yeah.
So you can't just type in -7. You can't say the solution's -7, because you know what else is a solution? -8.
Wait.
A -1,000,000. And my negative hamster. Just kidding.
What?
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's not on the number line. All right, listen. Because x is less than any number less than -7. So the solution is x is less than -7. That whole thing needs to be typed in. You guys got that?
But wouldn't the sign be flipped the other direction?
Nope, only when we're dividing by a negative.
Okay.
And I see some people kind of like working while I'm doing this. If that's what you feel like is helping you with the review, continue. If you feel like you're missing something that I'm doing because of that, then you should probably focus on what I'm doing right here. Yes, you want to do this? Yeah. Vincent's gonna do this one for me. What do we do?
Alright, so we're gonna, minus 2, subtract 2.
Okay, on both sides.
Yeah, so 20. So we have, 9f, that 27.
Yeah, is less than or equal to 27, okay.
Then we divide 9.
Divide by 9.
And so f equals 3. Or, f is greater than or equal to 3.
Very good. So this is a drop down. You just click the less than or equal to, I think it's a greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and then 3.
It's supposed to be the other way. Switchies.
Why would we switch that?
Because it's dividing.
We divided by a positive number, so everybody stay calm, and you don't have to do switchies.
What?
Okay? We only flip the inequality symbol if we're dividing by a negative. Dividing by a positive does not change it. Subtracting does not change it. Yeah? I need somebody else to walk this one for me. Somebody who hasn't gone yet. Carmine?
So we were walking on this yesterday too. So what you do is you plus 5 on both.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. People are being rude. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Plus 5 on both sides.
All right. -5. Now, we solved something just like this before, but the difference with this problem is we need to choose the graph that represents this. X has to be a number, any number that's higher than, greater than, or equal to -5. Is it going to be a filled in circle or an empty circle? Filled in, because this equal sign says you have to include -5 as the value. These two are filled in, the other two are not. So B and D are immediately eliminated. We need a filled in circle. It says X has to be greater than -5. So are we doing, Carmine, to the right or to the left?
We're doing it to the right.
To the
only
right.
Because it's like, you wanna go higher, you wanna get out of debt. than
Yep,
going in debt.
yep, you wanna go higher. Okay, good. Yes, good.
Wait, doesn't the draws point to doesn't use the larger numbers, and it does this, right?
Yes, x has to be larger than -5. If you just think about it logically, just start naming numbers that are higher than -5, like 100. And where would 100 be on the number line? All the way up there,
Right
right?
there.
Okay.
Can I do the next one?
Sure.
Yeah, you forgot to write the check.
That's okay. You can do this. I gotta minimize this a little bit because there's 2 parts.
A little bit.
Alright.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Okay, Grayson, how do we solve this?
So you gotta make the greater than or equal to, I forgot.
Girls.
What's this way again? Greater than. Listen.
Left.
Yeah, that's supposed to go right there where the X is. There.
Okay, I'm not asking for the answer. I want you to tell me, how do I solve this? I look at the graph and what do I do?
You see, I don't know what you do, I know the answer.
Okay, I don't need answers. Angelina.
You find out what x is like bigger than or smaller.
Okay, so I look at the graph and it's telling me what?
It says that x is smaller than negative.
Yes, the graph says that x has to be less than -2. Is it including -2?
No.
No. So we're not gonna have the equal sign, it's gonna be x is less than, not including, not equal to, -2. And then we have,
And or.
Or.
oh, right, I was trying to remember what this drop down was. It's the and or the or. Is it gonna be and or or?
And
And or,
Or.
because it's separated.
Yep, because they're in different directions. So this would be
I
or.
got that.
And
That's the
then
part I got wrong.
over here, yeah, I know that's a tricky part. Over here, we have x is it greater than or less than? Greater than 1. Is it including, is it or equal to?
No.
No, so we have x is greater than 1, but it's not equal to it. And that's it.
Wait, so we use and when it's separate,
Yes.
and then when it's or when it's separate.
I'm sorry, or when it's separate. Yes, thank you. Who just said that? Good job correcting me. Have you ever met an adult that likes to be corrected? Just don't be my own child, because when they try to correct me, it's not great.
Look it.
So true. Exactly. That did not go well for her. So, okay, so we're graphing this equation. I'm just gonna write it here. Y equals -2x plus 4, so that I can move this over and graph over here. Now, thankfully, they're actually going by 1 unit for each thing. Charlotte and Lily, I love that you guys are such great friends and having so much fun together, just not in my class, okay? We're not supposed to have fun in my class. You guys know this about me, okay, right? All right. So, how do we graph this? We have what kind of form? Slope intercept, which gives us the slope and the y-intercept, right? The slope and the intercept, specifically the y-intercept, right, Lex? Right? Okay, good. So we have our slope. That's,
Yep, that's slope, alright.
okay. And our y-intercept.
Intercept.
Which one do we use to plot our first point? Lex, he didn't make a noise. Okay. Okay, Lex, what do we use first?
The y-intercept.
Good, it's +4, so we plot a point at +4 on the y-axis. Tell me what we do with our slope. Tell me what we do with our slope. That's your new nickname.
You go down 2,
Down 2,
and then you go right 1.
right 1. Bada bing, bada boom, there's your line.
I literally did that, and it said I was wrong.
No,
Yes, I did.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, show it to me. Okay, so -2 and down 1 because we need our rise over our run. Do you guys understand that? So that'd be down 2 for the negative and over 1 to the right for +1.
Get down.
We're actually doing just fine. If we have extra minutes, we can go back to anything that you guys have. Whoa, my questions on.
You almost fell down this leg.
I know.
That would have been
I
really
almost fell down
bad.
when you.
It's on video.
Uh-oh, too much noise. I want another hand. You guys have both solved something.
No, I have a question.
Oh, what's that?
I have never
So like
solved
for 4/7, So you would go down 4.
Well, if
and
it was
cross
negative
7.
4/7, then you would go down
I'll
4.
go up 4 and then cross 7.
So if it's positive 4/7, you go up 4 to the right 7.
Okay.
Okay? All right, over here, it says find a point slope form. Point slope form. These guys will not be here when you are taking your quarterly exam, but they will be on your EOC reference sheet, which you are allowed to use. And I will have printed copies for you. It's also on your.
So, I mean, like, we're already there. Let's just. How about
I
we
know,
just
right?
use
No, I was
that?
actually told by like somebody like above me, of like, get those things off your wall while they're taking their test, and I was like, okay, all right. So slope 6, passing through a point. They want it in point slope form. They're giving us a point, and they're giving us a slope. You're welcome, right? If we want point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Is there an echo in here? Okay. So we have our slope. Sub in your m for your slope, 6. And then which parts of our x and y? Yes.
Oh, the 5 goes to the y.
The 5 goes to the y, which is true. Which one am I replacing, the y or the y1?
Y1.
Very good. We keep our y, we replace the y1 with 5. That's going to be nice and easy because the 5 is positive. But over here, I have x minus my x1, which is negative. So negative 6. I would kill that cockroach, change that sign. And all I have to do when I typey into the system is y minus 5 equals 6 times x plus 6. If you put x plus 6, it's gonna mark it wrong, so don't do that, okay? You're gonna miss the last couple. I really feel like you need to be here, but I'm going to have extra time, so just give me a minute, okay?
Guys, is this pretty fast?
All right. So here, we need what form is this?
Point
Nope.
slope.
Standard form.
Standard form, very good. This is standard form. Standard form is perfect to find what?
Slope.
No.
Oh, I
Yes, your intercepts. And you can plot a point just by plotting your point on your x-intercept and your point on your y-intercept. So if we have to plot the intercept, oh, it's even telling you, plot the intercepts to graph the equation. Well, we know that to find our x-intercept, we make the y term disappear. How does it disappear?
You make
It just
You
goes
make the
away.
y zero.
blow it away. You make the y 0.
Yes, if you make the y 0, it poof, turns everything into 0, and it disappears, like a magic trick, okay? Did you know I was a magician?
Really?
All right,
Tell me
yep, I
magic
just
trick.
made it poof disappear. So 8x equals negative 8, divide by 8 on both sides, and I get x equals negative 1. That's my x-intercept. For my y-intercept, what am I going to make poof disappear?
X.
My x term, gone.
For x.
And I just solved for y. Divide by negative 4. Girls, is it about math? Was it about math? That's weird because you literally just were talking, so that's kind of scary. I'm going to guess it wasn't about math, but I really want you to pay attention, okay? All right, so we have negative 4 divided by negative 4. That cancels out. Y equals
Negative 2. 2.
2. Positive 2, negative divided by a negative is 2. So x-intercept is negative 1, y-intercept is negative 2. Let's go ahead and graph that. Our x-intercept has to be on our x-axis, that's negative 1. That's a point. Our y-intercept is positive 2. That's our other point, and there's our line. That's how you graph a line with standard form. You do your x and y intercepts.
What if one of the points is like a fraction? How do you do that?
You won't get that on this test.
Wait. What?
You won't get an intercept that's a fraction.
This is like.
And also, like, you'll never have to graph a fraction other than 1/2. Like, you'll never have to graph, like, at an interval other than 1. They won't give you, like, 5/8 or something like that. You won't have to, like, try to graph that. They do sometimes expect you to do, like, a half. Okay, I have one more. if you have any, oh, was it about that one?
Yes, how about this
Or
one?
this one? Okay. Let me ask you a quick question. It's giving you the equation of a line. It says, what is the slope of a line that's parallel to it? Are they asking you for the line?
No,
No. What are they asking for?
you're slow.
Just the slope. So just write the slope. What's the slope of a line that is parallel to that?
Ooh, I know.
Yeah,
Well, 8 9.
8 9 is right there, staring us in the face.
So she's a large.
Melanie, help me out with this one. It's a little trickier. The parallel line is so easy because you just pull it right from that line. Melanie, help me out. How do I find the slope of a line that's perpendicular to it? Do you remember the rule? Yep, it's the opposite, so what would it be? So yes, the opposite reciprocal. So reciprocal means you do flippies, and opposite means
Negative.
the opposite sign. So flippies and switchies.
Thank you.
Flip the numerator denominator, switch the sign.
So the whole fraction is negative or just 9?
Oh, that's a good question. When you type it in, you're gonna put negative 9/8. I really hope that they wouldn't count a negative 9/8 wrong,
Why
but
would
I
you
never
put a
know.
negative?
Because you have to do flippies and switchies. Opposite reciprocal means the opposite part means to switch the sign.
Just like,
Okay, I have like a few minutes if anybody has specific questions about this, and if you're like, how did you know how to do that part or this part or whatever? Yeah,
so it's saying I got this wrong, but I don't think I got it wrong in the first place.
okay.
A equals BH and we're solving for H.
A equals BH, and we're solving for H?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it would be divide by B, so your answer would be H equals capital A over lowercase b.
That's what I did and it said I got it wrong.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you look at your score, it's showing you the correct answer. When you click on it, it shows you the correct answer compared with your answer. You might have done like a lowercase a or something.
No, I did AB equals H.
A what?
AB.
Oh,
AB,
no!
no, like A, capital A over lowercase b equals H.
Oh, so it's correct. You just put the whole thing in there?
Oh,
Yeah, just pay super close attention to that stuff because unfortunately it gets graded digitally and I can't see that stuff, so. All right, you guys are good to pack up. Don't stack chairs. I had after school help today.